You know I love you. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're navigating the brand safety obstacle course in an attempt to discuss the most shocking and disturbing scenes from the first season of Gen V. Naturally, major spoilers lie ahead.
You're not here to study. The school is here to study you.
Number 10, The Plague.
Concentrate the dose. Let's see how sick we can make her.
As the show progressed, it became increasingly obvious that Dean Shetty really didn't like soups. Through the mysterious facility known as the Woods, we watched as she led experiments on students. But her end goal didn't become clear until the latter half of the season.
Now can you make it contagious?
Along with her lackey, Dr. Cordoza, she spearheaded the creation of a deadly virus that only targets superpowered citizens. She craved vengeance against all of them, due to her family having been on the same plane Homelander doomed in The Boys' first season. Although her plans were cut short in more ways than one, seeing the virus effects on Shetty's lab rats was both surprising and horrific.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Number 9, Tech Knight's Proclivity.
I myself have nothing to hide.
Are you sure about that? That small bead of sweat on your brow? Adrenaline seeping from your pores?
Essentially a superpowered Sherlock Holmes, Tech Knight is not someone you'd want snooping into your life. The true crime TV star begins digging into the secrets of Godolphin University in episode 4. This puts him at odds with Dean Shetty, who does a bit of her own digging and learns he has a small tumor in his brain. However, she also learns that the tumor has caused an interesting development in the so-called hero's behavior, an extreme sexual attraction to any object that happens to be a hole.
Compilation of your greatest hits.
With plenty of footage to back up her claims, we see Tech Knight get it on with several different objects. That gives his show, The Whole Truth, a new and unsettling meaning.
Give me a few minutes alone, please.
Number 8, Emma's Rescue Mission.
Got it. Get it. Got it. Good.
Having been made to feel bad about her powers in the first few episodes, Emma jumps at the chance to use them for good. In episode 3, Andre recruits her to infiltrate the woods and find Sam. While that immediately made us worry she'd get caught, it actually turned into a surprisingly pleasant meet-cute.
You're the furthest thing from gross. You're pretty.
Of course, being the world of The Boys, things didn't stay pleasant for long. When a guard arrived and began electrocuting Sam, Emma took things into her own hands. And by that, we mean she crawled through his ear canal and out the other after he collapsed. Emma doesn't seem that violent of a person, but this must have been a terrifying way to go. Number 7, Liam's Fetish.
Can we try something? I don't want you to think I'm weird.
We're not ones to kink shame, unless you're exploiting someone in the process. One of the many people to make Emma feel bad about her abilities is Liam, a fellow class member. At first kind and supportive, Liam makes his little crush obvious, and the two meet up for some alone time in episode 1. However, prior to going all the way, he asks her to shrink down and go for a ride.
Would you, get little?
She's clearly uncomfortable with the request, but goes along with it due to her negative self-image. As if the resulting sex scene wasn't WTF-inducing enough, this is also how viewers learn what Emma goes through in order to shrink. Number 6, Sam's Puppet Massacre. It's easy to feel sympathy for most of the show's leading characters, and that's especially the case with Sam. Having schizophrenia and uncontrollable super strength is one dangerous cocktail, and that concept reaches peak violent absurdity in episode 5.
You're not real.
Real like that?
Having already twisted kids' television programming with his condition, we watch as Sam is surrounded by a strike team full of puppets. As a puppet himself, Sam wastes no time disposing of his felt attackers in brutal fashion. This could easily have been another live-action sequence of one soup ripping apart their enemies, and it probably would have still made the list. But we commend the showrunners for going this insane route.
I have a single dad with 2 daughters. Their names are Haley.
It's still ridiculously vicious, but also hilarious. Number 5. Kate's Vengeance. To be fair, there were several WTF moments concerning Kate. We were surprised to find she and Andre had been sleeping together while Luke was still alive. And even more surprised to find out she'd been working with Shetty. But those moments pale in comparison to when she gets vengeance against the Dean.
Shut up! You had your chance to talk, and now it's my turn.
After finding out all her dirty secrets, Kate uses her power to have Shetty confess her sins before forcing her to cut her own throat. Even worse, she then uses it against Marie so that she can't save Shetty's life.
You have to let me save her.
I'm so sorry you have to relive this.
The Dean definitely deserved justice, but we never would have guessed that Kate would be the one to bring it. This was a major cliffhanger heading into the finale.
Do you know what you've done?
Justice.
Number 4. The Campus Attack. We knew heading into the finale that Kate and Sam would want to free the students in the woods, and that it would likely lead to violence. Still, Gen V's last episode had some extremely shocking demises.
Are you a soup?
No, I'm an adjunct professor marketing.
As the newly freed Soups took out their aggression, we saw a face get melted. More than one head popped and plenty of powerful blasts that put people down. But possibly the most shocking was Marie's reaction to save Jordan.
Kate, you have to stop this. They want me to kill you.
Is that what you're gonna do?
No, of course not.
The protagonist tried to reason with Kate several times. As her former friend reached out to bring Jordan into the fold, Marie reacted quickly and decimated Kate's arm. Quick and brutal, our jaws were still wide open when Homelander showed up.
Do you like attacking your own kind?
Number 3. Marie's powers awaken. Anyone who wondered whether or not Gen V could match the chaotic violence of the boys had that question succinctly answered in the show's opening flashback. We watched as Marie, the main character, got her first period. An important moment of growth for any young woman was completely tarnished when her mother tried to help her through it. Marie's blood-centric powers awoke at the same moment, killing her mother. Sadly, her father rushed in and received the same fate. As if that wasn't traumatic enough, this event also caused an unmendable breach between Marie and her sister, Annabeth.
No matter how hard you try to be a hero, you'll always be a murderer to me.
While many superheroes just feel a sense of wonder when their powers manifest, this was a heartbreaking moment. Number 2. Rufus's comeuppance. Rufus proves himself to be a bit of a creep early in the show, but his true villainy isn't shown until he runs afoul of Marie. Thinking her roommate Emma may be in danger, Marie asks the psychic to help locate her.
Come closer. I need a stronger connection.
After blacking out during their conversation, she wakes up in his dorm room with him about to assault her. Using her blood powers, she engorges his member until it bursts. Her powers are already a little gross, but there wasn't a single part of us that expected her to use them in this way.
Should we call somebody?
No. The guy's like walking Rufuss, blowing pheromones on anyone who gets too close.
Despite this causing him undeniable pain, Rufuss still shows up periodically to cause problems for our protagonists.
Because they're trying to limit us. Take away our power. But Homelander is right.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Golden Boy's Fate. Gen V was packed with WTF moments, but few of them made our jaws drop quicker than the first episode's cliffhanger ending. Luke, aka Golden Boy, had been set up to be a main character, and Brink seemed to be the villain.
What if I say no?
Well, you're an orphan who murdered her parents, kiddo. I'm afraid you don't got much choice.
However, viewers were wrong in thinking they'd stick around. Having remembered the woods and his brother's statement, Luke went to Brink's office and murdered him. Unfortunately for him, Marie showed up at that exact moment.
Why did you have to come, Marie?
The resulting chase and fight against Jordan was definitely thrilling, but Luke could tell there was no going back. With a final goodbye to his best friend, he flew into the sky, blew himself up, and set a shocking precedent for the rest of the show. Which WTF moment from Gen V stunned you the most?
Just shut up, television Jason Ritter!
Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more great superhero videos.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.